Ladies and gentlemen.
Good day, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Why am I still without shirts? It's basically because of this. I have a, take this off for now, have a red here under my armpits. It's terrible. But it's the joy of summer. Hotter weather brings on fungus, which loves sugar, and a whole bunch of fun stuff. Okay, let's go and let's do this. Current blood sugar is sitting at 10.2, a remarkable difference from yesterday. Yesterday I was up over 17 or something now. I have 6.475 units of insulin. I'm fully calibrated, and they're all looking pretty damn good. Sorry, a little slow there today. 72% time in range, which is pretty good. I'm 28 above, which I'd like to bring down a bit. 72, 9.2. So I've been up a little bit higher, but that's because of the 23 point something I was yesterday. Just gotta get my thing fixed back on it. Today, I want to talk to you about questions asked of type 1 diabetics and what kind of answers people expect us, and are they turned off by our answers? So stay tuned. Okay, questions that people ask of us. First of all, they run the gamut. But the first question that I've got is, or the number one question I've received over the years is, oh, how can you give yourself shots? I could never do it. But you've got to remember, when you're put in that option, then sometimes you just have to do what you have to do. I wasn't a hip ho and say, oh yes, I just love to give myself injections. Doesn't work that way. For me, it took a long time for me to give an injection. I was fine once I pierced the skin, but getting that shot in just really annoyed me. Well, not annoyed me, but really sort of caused issues and sort of lengthened my stay in the hospital by a few days. But who knows? It was 48 years ago. Oh my God, this October. 48 years. I recounted it, it's 48 years. So, what did I answer to these people who asked, I don't know, how do you give yourself shots each day? The answer is, if that's the only way you have to live, you do it. So, you do what you have to do. But it's a little nerve-wracking. How do you breathe every day? Well, that's just normal. Well, for us, taking shots is normal. It's always great to find another diabetic where you can trade stories, but all in all, pretty good. The next question is, oh, I can be a diabetic. Oh, you have to eat at a certain time? Oh, I just love my chocolate. I can't be a diabetic. It's sort of like, do you think us as diabetics don't like our chocolate? Don't like our sweets? Yes, well, you're diabetic. You have to eat only certain things. And they will tell you exactly what you're supposed to eat and what you're not supposed to eat. But I don't think they really understand that we have to eat certain things, and that's the end of it. We can't have regular Coke if we want it, or a big sandwich, or potato chips if we want it. We have to always be following salads and this and that. But you know what? Diabetics can live normal lives. Just because they have diabetes does not mean they have to cut themselves off all that stuff. Now, to be perfectly honest, people who eat that stuff anyway should not probably be eating that stuff on the best of reasons. So it shouldn't be just because I'm a diabetic I shouldn't be eating that. It's no one should be eating that. I break down and sometimes have chips, but I'm not sitting here drinking Coke the whole time. Basically because once I got over my 20s, having regular Coke was something I used to treat a low. So I don't really crave regular Coke. I like Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Coke Zero. All those I like, but regular Coke, no. So, oh, I'm a typist. I can't type and take blood sugars. Well, I then say to a person, sorry, we moved on to the next question, is how do you take your blood sugars all the time? I like to type on a keyboard. Well, if you use around the edges and not the pads for your blood sugars, they don't hurt. Yeah, you may get the one every once in a while, but typing doesn't affect my typing. When I'm on, doing things on my iPad or whatever, it doesn't really affect. So people don't understand that you can also take blood samples from different points of your body. You just have to let your endocrinologist or your diabetic team know where you're drawing that, because most people do it from their fingertips. I do it from my fingertips when I have to do it. And now also, if you're on the pumps, you have your blood sugars showing up. So it cuts down on the amount of times I have to prick my finger. But when I have to use the pump to check, the glucometer to check, it's not an issue. People are always sort of say, thank God I don't have diabetes. It's kind of like, well, I'm glad you got it because I don't want it. Well, hold on here a moment. Are you kind of wishing that I had diabetes? Oh, it's okay as long as someone else has it. We as diabetics have to be a little bit understanding that people will always ask these questions. But it's sort of like, well, oh God, thank God, you know, they have to deal with it and I don't. But, that really could be taken to heart from a type 1 diabetic. Don't always, you should always think before you speak. You don't go up to a cancer patient and say, oh, thank God you've got cancer and I don't. Doesn't work that way. So think before you speak. Diabetics are people first, too. We have all the same emotions. That old, I believe it's soliloquy, I can't speak, soliloquy from Hamlet, I believe it is. If I prick, do I not bleed? If I feel, do I not feel? I may misquote that, but the same thing goes for us as diabetics. We're still people, and just because we have to take shots, damn well we deserve to be treated correctly. And don't you forget that. I'm sorry, I'm being a little soapboxish today, but somebody has to. Type 1 diabetics are pretty well the quiet, forgotten part. Pretty well. Take your shots, shut up, and go and live your life. You're still expected to live up to our standards, but you just have to take extra time. We still have to watch what we eat, take our medications, do our tests, but yet we're expected to come up and do everything in the office. Well, you could do that on your downtime. I worked for years trying to fit into that mold, and it didn't work a lot for me. I would have lows where I'd have to take time out to do blood tests. I had a manager years ago who started timing me if I had a low. Oh, you were off for longer than 30 seconds. My grandmother has diabetes and she can do a blood test in 5 seconds, and yet you took 30. Well, I had to eat something. Well, now we're doctoring your wages for that. Didn't stay there long, but that sort of mentality just really irks us. So again, I'm going to say it as we end up this video, is make sure when you ask these questions that you're doing it in a positive, supportive way. Don't just come out and say, oh, I'm glad I don't have to do that. It's superiority. You're entitled that you don't have to do it. Think about it. And with that, have a great day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye now. My email address is Mike's Diabetes World at gmail.com. All one line. Drop me